Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Jamie is catching up on our podcast from January 5th of this year. She texted at 402-403-9478. She said, hey, what's up? It's Jamie.
Oh, my God.
Just catching up on your show. I'm on the episode that was released on January 5th of 2021. It says,
oh my God.
Rihanna was on, and before the main woo-woo parts, Pat asked, I forgot all about this, why buttons are on different sides of men and women's clothing. Hard-hitting.
I remember that.
Hard-hitting.
We dig deep.
Says, my dad always complained about helping me zip my jackets when I was a child. Well, telling me this fun fact, that during the Renaissance and Victorian era...
I love her already.
Yeah, I know you do.
I love her already.
Men dressed themselves and women had servants dress them. To make it easier for the servants, they started sewing the buttons on the opposite side.
So everybody was buttoning the same. Wow.
Yeah, so thanks, Jamie.
So
that's a fun little fact.
All of a sudden you get kicked out of the palace and you got a shirt and you got to figure out how to button it.
Then you're screwed.
That's, it's funny when you mentioned that. Oh, boy, I forgot we talked about this back in January. I'm like thinking, you know what? That's kind of the flip side of radio. You say something on radio, it's gone. Mm-hmm. We have like 800 episodes of bullshit that we've been talking about.
And it never goes away. And
so it's there
never
to
goes
live forever
away.
For your digging pleasure. All that stuff. We actually, when we were doing the radio thing for 18 years, 16 years, whatever it all turned out to be, but it was 120 million. It was, but we had all those episodes saved, the hard copies, literally on disc. At one point, and then we had a bunch of them saved on backup. And little did we know that the backup that was used by our previous employer was the only backup they had. And it went down and everything, poof, was gone. All this history, and not saying we were history, but there were so many other radio people that had walked the halls there. Everything was gone. And they hadn't backed up any of it ever.
It was on one server in the building, and it got... it was like that Russian virus where it can take over. It's what's it called? Ransomware. Yep. And they
didn't want to pay for it.
Right. Shocker.
But we really weren't privy to all that information when it happened. But just thinking about the fact that all that stuff was on there and none of it was ever backed up, and there were so many people that you'd love to be able to go back and listen to some of the things that they did.
Something, yeah.
And it's all gone.
Well, even here, I've got stuff here that I've been saying for months I need to back up. It's not. I just need to back up. It's on an external hard drive. There's pieces here, parts there.
We have interns now.
I know.
You should
I know.
Them. You know what? They probably know how to do it better and faster than
Guarantee
you do.
they do. Guarantee.
But I think, and then thinking about the hard copies that we have literal discs and we have nothing to play them back on.
And it's not even one of those where we can put it in because there's no computer with a drive.
No.
And you can't, it's an MP3. You got to play it long form. So good luck. Got to go get in Sophia's car and drive around and listen to our CDs. It's the only one that I know that has a disc.
That's a CD player. Is it a 5 CD player or just a one?
It's I think it's just a one.
I was going to say, is it really fancy?
It's a one.
5 discs. Remember you used to pick your 5 discs that you were going to drop in there?
Man, my Volkswagen that I had right before I got my Jeep 2 years ago before it died had it actually was 6 disc. 1 play and 5 on the side. So it was 6er.
Wow.
So it was a 6-pack.
You'd have to plan ahead. For those who have never seen that.
Google
that
it.
Wasn't that long ago, but it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
But just thinking about, especially if you're going on a road trip and loading that baby up.
Yep. And then the big accordion file with all your CDs in it.
Oh, my God. I had one of those, and it was in the garage. Obviously, in a move, it didn't get prioritized to be inside the house.
Yeah.
But went through it. And it's like, I'm looking at all this money spent on these discs.
At about $12 to $15 a pop.
Every one of them. And there's 100 of them in there.
Tons.
And then all that music that's on iTunes. 99 cents a shout, right? And now you can get anything, anywhere, any song at any time, instantly.
Yep.
You can hear it.
100%. Yep.
I want all that money back.
And right, can I get a refund?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, we have, and I think we actually might have got rid of them. But there's absolutely no reason to keep those CDs because there's nothing to play them on. They're just taking up space. Mm-hmm. We threw a lot of them away because there's no reason to keep them anymore. You'll never use them.
Collectors probably don't want them unless they're in pristine condition, I would think. Although some people, you think about some people wanted to rehab a record player. If they found an old record player and they'd rehab it to use it. I remember having that stereo when I was growing up in the living room, and it had the lid that lifted up. It was like it was a piece of furniture.
Oh yeah.
Right? And you lifted it up, and it had the radio inside, the turntable, and I think there was an 8-track player.
Probably, yeah. My grandparents had one of those too.
That's what it was.
I remember pinching my finger in the stupid hinge. It came down all the time. I remember that. It was heavier. It's so heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
But there was something sexy about those.
I would love to have it still.
But a CD player, nobody's rehabbing a CD player.
There's don't they have like I can't think of the brand right now off the top of my head, and I can almost see it, like Crossley. You can buy sometimes around Christmas. Well, it's probably out there now, and they had like the 5-in-1 players. So it's got a record player, cassette, CD, something else, and then you can record digital. Also, you can play off USB. And it's got something else on it too, but it's all in one unit. It's like $200. I'm like, every year I look at that and I think
you should get it before it goes away.
Should just grab it. Mom would love something like that for Christmas. That would be kind of fun.
Well, now she listens. So
no, she doesn't.
I'll delete this out.
She
okay.
doesn't.
That's
listen.
right. She's listening to Todd and Tyler.
Right.
Forgot about that. Mom listens to Todd TNT.
That was the thorn in my side the entire time we were on. Oh, I didn't hear it. I listened to whatever.
But Todd and Tyler were talking about. I don't understand what this means from Rhonda.
Okay.
It's from episode 434, which would have been the one that was released on Monday. It says, "I am uncomfortable with this line of questioning!" Exclamation point. Rhonda. I don't know what it was.
Who did we talk to on Monday? Was that the interns?
No, no, that was not the interns. That was just sketchy barn stuff. That was it. That was it.
Was that what it was? Because that's
we talked about Yellowstone. We talked about barn cats, siblings making out on.
Oh, that's probably what she was uncomfortable with. I was too.
Maybe. Well, hey, I didn't say anything. I didn't
brought
have
it to the table.
I didn't have it. I just put stuff out there for people to think. I'm a thinking man. That's what I have. That's what I do.
He just throws it against the wall and lets you clean it up.
Yep.
That's
exactly
what it
right.
comes down to. So I watched Yellowstone again.
Are you glad you did? Were there things you missed?
Yeah, and because there was a lot of people questioning a particular action by Rip concerning a child, and I come down on his side. I'm just going to say
Shocker.
that right now. Yeah, right. I just want to document it so in case he sees it anywhere that I'm with him.
In case the fake character Rip sees it anywhere.
Yeah, you start thinking, gosh, what characters would you want to bring to life if you could actually bring to life? Like, what would be your Mount Rushmore of?
Of characters.
Characters.
I know Rip would be.
Oh yes.
Oh, yours.
There would be Rip, and then there'd be what's his bucket from Lost? Which by the way, Josh, what's his name? He was on Lost. Remember, he was on Lost. He was Sawyer on Lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he was also in Yellowstone. He's in Yellow.
Sawyer, the big guy.
Sawyer was one with the long blonde hair.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Tall dude. Yeah. He was, dirty. He's a dirty bad guy.
Yeah.
In Yellowstone. But he would be on there.
So Rip and Sawyer.
Who else would be on there? Let me think. That's tough, man.
I would have Michael Scott from The Office.
Would you?
Mm-hmm. See, you're going after these sex symbols. I just want people to make me laugh. Yeah.
I'm glad you distinguished that,
yeah.
so we knew why.
Yeah. Michael Scott would be on my Mount Rushmore of characters I'd want.
Would you really? That'd be like that's like bringing back the pterodactyl.
Oh,
are
God.
you sure you want to bring that back?
Oh, and I would also bring
and then let it free into the wild.
Jack Tripper. I would bring him
yes.
from Three's Company. So Michael Scott, Jack Tripper. I can't. It's going to take a little more thinking on this one.
I wish we still had. Not for my Mount Rushmore though. I wish we still had a George Carlin around. I don't know what he would do in this environment.
Yeah, well, but it's got to be a character on TV show.
I know.
So like dead people, that's a whole different conversation.
Dead a whole different thing.
Yeah,
But see, that's what I said. That's true. Okay. I don't know. That'd be tough. I got to think who else I'd want to put on that Mount Rushmore. Coveted places, man. Only 2 left.
Right. That's right. I was thinking 5. I need to go back up to South Dakota. There's only 4. Yeah. So characters. That's tough. I can't. That's because it could be TV or movies.
Yeah. Any fictional character that you would want brought to life. So obviously, I'm leaning towards you. Got to go with TV movie characters. So of who you would want to see. On the day-to-day.
Wow, I don't know.
To me, though, bringing back what's his bucket from The Office, that would be right up there with bringing back the pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Do you really want to bring back a
I would
dinosaur?
love it. If Michael Fox was Michael Fox, if Michael Scott was in here all the time, I would love it. And then Jack Tripper tripping all over the place. That would be amazing.
Bill would make you and your friends go home.
Gladly. Be like, come on, boys. Let's go.
Let's go sit in my living room and entertain me.
That's going to take a lot of thought for the rest of this. Because I'm thinking movies, too.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano would be a cool one to have.
Oh, there you go.
I'd be on the edge of my seat all the time.
Good friend to have in your pocket.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm going to have to think about who the other two would be. So, yeah, shoot us a message. Who's on your Mount Rushmore that you'd want in real life? What
IRL.
fictional characters would you want in real life? And we're not talking like Superman.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Well, you could.
Well, he could. I mean, it's a fictional character.
Then you have to say which one it is.
I'd say Christopher
Which Batman,
Reeves all day.
which Superman.
And Michael Keaton, because Michael Keaton also be funny.
Seriously, the Superman, is there anybody else but Christopher Reeve?
Yeah. I mean, there's been few.
Sorry, I don't remember you.
Yeah, the guy from Iowa was one of them. See, now I am so not, and I raise my children this way, whether it's good or bad. Not like we're not superhero movie people.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I understand. Gosh, I wish I could think what.
Christopher Reeves, Henry Cavill is a guy from Iowa, and then George Reeves, OG, Tom Wheeling. Dean Cain was also the TV version. I'd take Dean Cain. He was a good one.
Yeah.
And there were a whole bunch of other, like...
Isn't that funny? I don't think of any of those.
Brandon Routh played him in, like, the early 2000s. So there have been a ton of Supermen.
Supermen's? Okay, so I'm looking through the the Batman, this would be a tough one for me, too. Because the George Clooney, the Val Kilmer, which I love Val Kilmer's. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, so do I.
He's had a rough go the last... few years?
Few years, yeah.
You also had Will Arnett. Michael Keaton.
He was Batman in Lego Movie, Will Arnett. So that would just be Will Arnett voice.
Count. Michael Keaton, though, have you seen that movie, the show that's out right now? It's called Dope Sick?
Dope Sick. I haven't seen it.
With Michael Keaton?
A lot of previews for it.
He's so good. He's so good. And that show, you watch that show, that's going to make you, it's going to make you so mad.
Dope Sick?
Yeah.
I have not.
It's relevant. And it's also real. It's just basically telling the story. And this is mostly about the whole opioids and how it got started and how it was able to permeate our society with the help of
fire me up a little bit.
Kind of going around, running around the edges of the law and of the truth. To be quite honest, and that it's very good. Yeah, but he's really good. Michael Keaton.
I just love him.
Yeah, I do too. So it might. Yeah, Michael Keaton would probably be it. William Baldwin was.
So we'll have to put our list together.
Ben Affleck was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was a good one. Speaking of Ben Affleck,
before I go any further,
Hollywood Raw, him and J-Lo making out by the airplane. That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, and we all know that they were obviously back together, but to see them making out outside, it looked like they were on a movie set.
It did. Mm-hmm. Kind of windy.
Yeah.
And it lasted forever.
Yeah.
And whoever was doing the video, I don't know who it was, but for the love, would you just find yourself a place to sit down and quit moving?
Right, but you're watching J-Lo and Ben Affleck make out. Like
the camera would go up, down, and then I'm like, oh my God.
I wonder what the heck he was doing. Gross.
I don't know who was doing the movie, but I just wanted him. Just if you're doing the video, man, just try to sit still. But I get it. He was probably pretty excited.
I'm sure. Well, because he's thinking, this is going to make me a ton of money. This video is going to make me a ton of money, and he's all nervous and shaky, like when you are hunting and you see a 15-point buck and the gun's all shaky.
Yeah, the buck is fine. But
yeah, and then you miss him.
But it was kind of cool though, seeing that video. And might want to mention too, we were talking about the video about Alec Baldwin.
Mm-hmm. Last week.
I think we need to clarify a couple things because I wasn't aware of this.
Well, okay, so last week.
But then again, I'm not the producer for Hollywood Raw.
Well, last Friday, and so in my defense, because I need one, last Friday we did our Pat and JT Alive. It wasn't live on Friday, it was alive because I was traveling back from California.
Thursday night is when we actually recorded.
Right. So, and when I was gone, we had pre-recorded that whole week. We had like the interns on, we whatever. So we hadn't actually recorded since like Monday, I think, was our last recording.
Yeah.
So Thursday night, you had brought up when we were recording, like, oh, did you see the video of Alec Baldwin on the side of the road? So, and in my head, because we had put that out on HollywoodRaw.com the Friday before the Friday before.
Because we didn't talk. Oh, was it the Friday before? Because I know I saw it that weekend.
Yeah,
it didn't come up on Monday though, because we had people we were recording with, right?
Right.
So that's what it was. That's why we hadn't had a chance to actually talk about
exactly.
it.
And we put it out Friday morning. So then it was a full 7 days, and then you brought it up, or 6 days. So I'm thinking in my head, I remember that when you said that, I'm thinking, well, yeah, we put that out, but maybe there's another one. Like, you're online all the time. So I'm thinking, well, maybe there's another video of him, because he's in the city and he's on the side of the street, like it.
But
you know what I mean?
His kids in the car,
right?
His wife videoing everybody.
But that wouldn't surprise me. Like, every time he talks to somebody from now on, Hilaria is gonna be videoing it. So in my head, I didn't say, oh yeah, Hollywood Raw posted that. I'm just like, oh, I didn't see it.
And you got called out.
I totally got called out.
You got called
so,
out by
yeah,
the boss.
we did.
It was funny. I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, Hollywood Raw on them. Good on them. So now they got 2 weeks basically 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they've got some really good stuff.
And we have exclusive videos every day on Hollywood Raw's the website, and Hollywood Raw on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook
Some
and
stuff
TikTok.
really blows up though. Alec Baldwin.
The J-Lo thing blow up. So
yeah, very good. But yeah, I haven't seen any more on Alec. Just waiting to see where that goes. Maybe they finally got him tied down a little bit.
Something super creepy, and I'm gonna this will be our show art for today.
Oh, great.
So my wife sends me a picture this morning of our patio, our deck. This has never happened. We've lived in our house this will be our third winter. Never happened. We have a humongous tree in our backyard, tons of leaves. Not really a lot of them falling yet, but there's significant leaves down. But
my leaves are almost done.
Oh, really? Yeah, ours.
I mean, like, it happened like yesterday. It's like somebody walked by and just pulled the string. They all
took
went,
off.
and I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
Ours isn't that way yet. I mean, we have a lot of trees, or a lot of leaves left in the tree.
I'm looking out the window where we're at right now, and there's some huge trees, and there's one that's almost bare, and there's one that hasn't dropped a leaf. They're right next to each other.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Showing off, holding on to his leaves.
Right.
But so we're
Anyway.
so we were outside this weekend doing like whatever cleanup, and we didn't rake up leaves yet, so we're gonna wait till the very end and just do it all at one time. So on our deck, and it wasn't even windy last night or anything. It was nothing. Our deck, the leaves, it was like somebody was on our deck and took a broom and broomed them all in a perfectly straight line.
Oh, because of the way the wind shears.
But that's never happened.
Mine happened in my back. Mine is in a perfect circle, right in the middle of my patio.
Yours could be because of a ghost, though, because you have history with
I don't have
paranormal activity.
I don't think I have housekeeping ghosts, but if I have yard ghosts,
bring it on.
Right, that's okay. But it had blown them into a perfect circle right in the middle of the patio, and the rest of the patio was cleared. And it's like,
so that must be. And actually, we added a pergola about 6 weeks ago, so maybe it did something with that. But that
could be.
It's exactly, but it's not like the pergola goes north south, and the leaves are east west.
Wow,
I don't know. It's weird.
That's
so it's scary.
Yeah,
it's very scary.
A little creepy. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So other than that,
sit back and think about your Mount Rushmore of dead characters on TV or movies.
Not even dead.
Or just, whatever characters.
Right? Fictional characters you want in real life.
Yeah. That you want to hang out in real life.
Yeah. I've already got Rip, so y'all can't take him.
You can have duplicate, because we won't get any responses. I know. Everybody wants Rip. I don't even know Rip, but I want Rip.
Yes, the girls want him, the guys want to be him.
Can it be an animal? I want
that's
Marley.
A whole nother.
Marley.
He's for real dead, isn't he?
I'm sure it's been 15
you just
years.
Want Marley
I want
in real
Marley.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Okay, that's not the end of the episode. I'm a total downer. But get it to us, 402-403-9478, or It's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. You can DM us or email hey@patandjt.com.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.